What's up, you guys? So I'm finally back with another video. I decided to do just a little sit down mukbang kinda ish video. And I'm kind of tired, so I'm surprised that I actually got up to do it. I'm gonna say they didn't give me a fork. But they did. So I'm just gonna be chomping on the salad. We just got back in from Chicago early this morning, like midnight. We were in Chicago for Thanksgiving. We stayed there for a week. And it seems like every time I go to Chicago, there's always some sort of, I don't like when lettuce looks like this. I don't like that lettuce. Did they change their lettuce? Ugh. Bacon's still good. But, yeah, it seems like every time I go to Chicago, there's some sort of weather issue, which I should kind of know that because I grew up in Chicago. But, I don't know, for some reason, I get there and I'm like, the heck? But let me just tell y'all what's on my salad. So this is a turkey bacon avocado salad. It has turkey, it has bacon, it has avocado, it has, I think these are called grape tomatoes. Grape tomatoes and cucumbers. And then whatever kind of lettuce it is. I don't know what kind of lettuce it is. So yeah, so we spent a week in Chicago and got back early this morning. And as much as I would like to get on here and be like, I had the time of my life, I really didn't. I had an okay time. Made some new associates. Got to do a lot of thinking and a lot of planning. But there really wasn't that much fun involved. There was some drinking, which some would say is supposed to be fun, but when you mentally have a lot going on, that doesn't really seem like fun to you. So yeah, I've been in a bit of a funk. Not really a funk, because just say what the heck is going on. Like, okay. So I keep running into this issue with jobs. So anytime that I interview for any kind of job, I always make it known that I'm a mother, a single mother. I have a child, Yes, I do have a supportive mother who, if she's able to, will watch my child. Yes. But it seems like when you tell jobs that, they have selective hearing and they take it as you saying anytime something goes wrong, whomever you stated is your support system is going to pick up your child, care for your child, do it. Like, no, that's not how that works. They're there on occasion. Like, at the end of the day, I don't want to mix this. At the end of the day, it's my kid. So yes, I can ask somebody like, hey, my son's sick. Do you think you can watch him until I get off work? Or, whatever the case may be. Yes, you can ask. The answer is not always going to be yes. And I seem to run into that issue with jobs. And on my end, it's not even necessarily that my son is sick or anything. He's a school-age child. And when they get into school, there's certain days where they just don't have school. Teacher Institute Day, Veterans Day. Like, there's things that they don't have school for. So with this particular job, we do have the ability to work from home. But I'm guessing they didn't want me to work from home for whatever reason. Like, if you have the option to do so and you have an employee who needs to do that very thing, why wouldn't you allow it? But so yeah, So the day before, well, wait. So I took the week of Thanksgiving off because my son didn't have school. My son didn't have school and there were no camps being offered because obviously Thanksgiving is a time that people spend with their families. You know, like everybody has family, regardless on if you want to spend it with your family or not. That's totally up to you. But a lot of employers give their employees that time to spend with their family. So the camps were closed because people were doing just that, as they have the right to. And my job was only giving Thanksgiving Day and the day after Thanksgiving off, which is fine. No complaint. But, you know, I let them know in advance. I had let them know in advance that, whoa, leave it to me, it's almost popped off. I had let them know in advance that my child didn't have school for that entire week. So, you know, I let one of the managers know, like, hey, you know, can I bring my son in? Because I've done it before where I brought him in to my job because my son's super well behaved. You know, you got nothing to worry about. So I was like, hey, can I bring him in? Or do you want me to work from home? Like, how do you guys want to go about this? I gave them option. I didn't just say, I'm calling off and see you when I see you. You know, I'm still trying to be a productive part of the team and, you know, help your business essentially continue to grow and move forward. So I get this email. It's just, you know, when you got hired, you said that you had family that can watch your son and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's not what I said, but whatever. Because, of course, they have selective hearing, selective memory. So, you know, they say what they heard, not necessarily what I said. So then she's like, if worse comes to worse and you can't find someone or you can't put him in daycare, whatever her words were, go ahead and just take the time off. I'm like, okay. No, I gave other options, but if you want me to take the time off, then fine. So I'm taking the time off from home with my son. I get a text message from one of the supervisors. Her text message literally said, due to, I might mess it up a little bit. Due to multiple absences, we're terminating your employment. We'll send your final check. I'm like, what? Like, I literally have an email from you guys stating that if I'm unable to find, you know, care for my son, to just take the days off. You literally gave me permission to take these days off. Any days off I've taken prior to that have been approved as well. And now I'm being terminated for taking days off. That doesn't even make sense. But whatever. I didn't fight them on it because honestly, I was becoming frustrated with that job anyways. So I was just like, you know, whatever. I was getting ready to go on vacation. So I was like, fine, I'll just enjoy my vacation, whatever. So I was a little perturbed, you know, with the situation, only because that is losing an income. But I have to look at it on the other side. Yes, losing an income, but I'm able to gain my sanity because I was literally going crazy. I was stressing myself out. My face was breaking out because I was so stressed trying to, basically with my previous position, I was literally doing the job of maybe 5 to 6 people. So here I am in the allotted time given at this job. I'm taking phone calls, scheduling people, doing I'm doing all these things. And then the company doesn't even necessarily have the proper tools in place for us to handle things the way they should be handled. So here I am, basically as things are going, I'm trying to figure things out. So, I'm getting stressed. I got limited resources. Everyone's so busy. Everyone's being pulled in different directions. I started to stress myself out, with trying to keep their company, afloat and keep their patients happy. And, everyone else that, it's a part of the company, keep them happy. So yeah, I started to get stressed. I started to get to the point where I didn't like my job. Like, I would go, obviously, because I have bills that I need to pay, but I was over it. So getting fired was a good thing, essentially, because like I said, I was able to gain my sanity. My face has began to clear up. I can actually have a thought. I can actually sit and really reflect and focus on my bigger picture. And I had to sit back and think to myself, okay, Monica, all the jobs you've had, some I've quit, for whatever reasons. And others, some I've been fired from. Anytime that I've been fired, it's never where it's like I was unable to do the job, or I guess that's only bad reason someone to get fired. They're unable to do the job. That was the only reason, or the only reason I've never been fired, if that makes sense. I've previously gotten fired for attendance. And it's not necessarily attendance in I don't feel like going, I'm going to call off, because I would even be at work sick. If I was too sick, I allowed them to send me home. I would still go in and you send me home. No matter what employer, you send me home. Still going to come in. Me being fired for attendance is the fact that I have a child to tend to. So with this happening over and over and over and over again, it sounds bad me saying that, I just keep getting fired, but that's the way that it feels. Or me having to quit a job because the employer is not understanding, which I don't know how people are not understanding. People have to care for their kids at the end of the day. Even if you don't have kids, you still know that someone has to care for that child. It's common sense. But so it finally clicked to me, you know what, Monica? Maybe you keep getting fired and keep having to quit because you're meant to be a boss. You're not meant to have a boss. And when I completed that thought and I said it out loud to myself, it made so much sense. I literally sit back and I always have all these different business ideas and all these different things that I want to do, but I always hold myself back. And I'm like, no, well, I need money to do this. Well, I need to do this. No, I make excuses for why I can't do that particular business plan or business idea or, whatever venture for my life. I continue to make excuses, financial excuses. And I believe that, no, you need this job to make your dreams come true. And I literally, as I was in Chicago, had the thought of, no, you don't. You don't need a job that's, you don't need that job to help make your dreams come true. You take those necessary steps, you do the research, you figure out what it is that you can do to make sure that your dreams come true, that you end up doing what it is that you want to do. You figure it out. Because getting a job, not only is that taking away time from my kid, it's taking away time from me focusing on my dreams. So I'm to the point where I'm finally going to take that leap of faith and start the businesses that I want to start. I will find the necessary resources. I will find the, what do they call them? what are those people called? Kind of like silent investors or silent partners. Find that silent partner, someone who can financially help me get these businesses off the ground, and have it contracted where at whatever point in time in my business, I pay them back and now this business is mine. I don't have to work a full-time 80-hour, job every 2 weeks job and take time away from my son or be too tired to even think about anything else. Like, I don't have to do that. I've always heard other people's stories on how they took $500 and made their dream come true. Or, they went to LA with $500, and a freaking bus ticket and made their dreams come true. And I'm like, okay, Monica, if they can do it, you can do it too. There just has to come a point where you literally stop being afraid and make your dreams come true. I always say my biggest fear is me not establishing myself and living the type of life that I want and being able to leave a legacy behind for my child and future children, future family, all that. Like, I want to be able to leave something behind because I feel that that's important. I want to be successful. I don't want to be in my 30s still trying to do the same thing. So I'm finally taking the initiative and I'm doing all research that I need to do to put myself in the position that I need to be in, that I know that I deserve. So that's pretty much where I am mentally. Again, yes, losing my job was losing income, but I'm going to figure it out. Just wanted to give a little bit of update. And that's part of the reason why I've been gone too. I haven't done any videos in a while because I've been stressed and I had the stress on my shoulders of someone else's business. I don't want that. If I'm going to be stressed, I'd rather be stressed about my own business, my own property, my own. I want to be stressed about my stuff, not the next person's stuff, because I'm stressed about their stuff, but they couldn't give a good goddamn about what's on Monica's plate. So I feel good, like, to say what I just said. I feel relieved. I feel good. And I know that I got this. And I know that there's a lot of us, a lot of you out there that are in the same situation. Like, you want to make things happen, but you also know that you need your bills paid. I promise you, just take the necessary steps, do the necessary research, look for those silent partners, investors. Like, just do your research and you can make it happen too. Obviously, I have no proof at this present time, but I promise you, I will definitely have that proof for you very soon. Very, very soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any advice, whatever it may be, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my salad out, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.